Hi, I'm Stefan, the BMW DIY guy. Do you want to upgrade or change the center armrest in your BMW? I'll show you how. All right, guys, so let's talk about this project a little bit and the reasons why you might want to do this. Now, my car today is going to be the brand new G87 M2, and they make a really cool M Performance center armrest that I really like. Plus, it's Alcantara and it's really soft. For whatever reason, actually the center armrest, the leather feels kind of rough, which is weird to me. Plus, I love the way this looks. So maybe your center armrest is torn up or it's been faded, kind of has that permanent elbow dent in it because you've been driving your car, or you want to do an upgrade. The process is going to be exactly the same. So I want to show you how you can get this done. We're going to jump into the back of the car. So let's get started. All right, y'all, so here we are in the back of the car. It's the back of the armrest, and everything we need is hidden back behind this cover. So what you're going to want to do, and mine's loose already a little bit, but basically you're going to want to get your hands on both sides. Potentially, you could slide a plastic trim tool in to help you pry this loose. But as much as you can, if you can use your hands and just kind of pull on both sides, which I'm not going to be able to do one-handed right now, but this cover will come loose. Now, if you have any outlets or anything similar, because this process is going to be the same across multiple BMWs, but there's a series of clips that hold this into place. If you have any outlets or power, watch out for those cables, but this should just slide off. So let me get this pulled off and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, I just pulled and it came off really cleanly. So it's got the vent in here as well, and there's just a series of small little clip tabs that help hold this into place. Now what we're going to need to do is get to the spring, because everything that holds in this place is really revolving around this spring. So let me show you how you're going to take that out. Let's take a look at what the actual structure is here. So the only thing that's holding our armrest on is this spring and two pins on each side. And now the pins need to be driven outwards. They have little flares on the end and they're driven in from both sides. The spring has these long arms down this side, so you can't disconnect the spring. The arms are too long, but you got this little loop that comes down over a series of two little hooks right there. Now, when your armrest is down, the spring is under tension. So what you want to do is lift the armrest, which is going to make this a little bit hard to show, because with the armrest up, it kind of half shields this. But I wanted to point it out so you can see it. This little loop has these two little hooks right here. So what you want to do is take a pair of needle nose pliers, get a hold of one of the arms, lift the armrest to reduce tension on the spring, and then push this loop back and up so it comes free of these clips, because you're going to want to transfer the spring over to the new armrest, and then we need to be able to get these two pins out. But I wanted to make sure to show this to you while you can still see it really clearly, because when the armrest is up, you can't see it. Okay, so all right, so I kind of want to show you this mid-stage and show you a little tip and trick. So obviously the loop is out, right? So what I found is if you press on it, as you can see, you press on it, you press it back, it has a hard time coming up and out. So what I did was I pressed back on it far enough that I could get a small shim, and I used a very, very teeny tiny screwdriver that I have to get underneath the bar right here. So I shimmed this back and could get it underneath it. Then I could use the screwdriver to pry up on it a little bit to apply that upward pressure to get it up and over those clips. Then it popped free. Now, the pins themselves come all the way through and actually meet here in the middle. So what you can do is you can take that same pair of needle nose pliers, get a hold of the pins and start kind of pushing them and backing them back this direction until you see where they start to flare and come out. Once this little flare is out, you can just pull the pins straight out. And then this is loose. So we're going to take this off and we're going to transfer components to the new armrest. So now that the pins are loose and your lid is loose, the arms on the springs here, forgive any shadows, you can see are completely loose. So you can just walk this spring right off, just like that. Okay, I always try to keep the same orientation, so when I put it on the new one, it's not a challenge to put it on, which is right here in the shadows right now. So like I said, forgive the lighting a little bit. It's a little bit dark here in the back, but you've got the spring off now, so you can just take the existing one and set it aside. Here's the new one. It's got the same setup, so you're just going to take it and set it here and walk the arms into the same position, just like that. So as you can see, it's now right back in the exact same place. So you'll take this and just walk it right back in, just like that. You'll put the pins in on both sides, and then you're going to press the spring down. Now keep in mind, again, when the armrest is down, this is the maximum pressure on the spring, so it's going to be as hard as it's going to be. So lift the armrest, use your pair of pliers to press this down, or your needle nose pliers to press this loop down all the way back and around those little hooks, get it set into place, and you're all done. All right, just like that. It's even easier to put back in. So make sure you have those pins in and flush. Those little flared heads are flush with the hinge points. Make sure that this loop is locked back on both those little plastic tabs really well. And make sure that your new armrest goes up and down smoothly. Other than that, you're pretty much done. All you need to do is put this back piece back on, just take it and press it back into place, and you're done. It really is that simple. All right, so the new armrest is in. Man, that looks good. So whether you're doing an update because maybe yours is beat up, or you're doing an upgrade like this M Performance, it really is the same process on just pretty much all the BMWs. Really straightforward. Man, that looks good. I really like that. Really not a hard project. It only takes a few simple tools. All right, y'all, it's all done. So go ahead and clean and put your tools away, though you probably used only 1 or 2 total. But there's no reason why you couldn't do this work yourself and really refresh your car or do an upgrade like I am in my case. And I really love doing work like this. It also allows for personalization of your particular car and how you want it set up. So I'm really excited to have this in my car. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure to click like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference to my channel. I would honestly really appreciate it. Plus, I have a ton of new content coming, plus a tremendous amount of new G87 videos that you're going to want to see. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on my next project.